Well, hello. My name is Jeff Wells. I serve as the Chief Executive Officer, one of the co-founders for Marathon Health. Also happen to be a primary care physician by training. Really excited to take you on a special virtual tour of one of the Marathon Health centers today. We happen to be at the Olivia network location in Indianapolis. So first and foremost, for us to be successful, we want to attract and ultimately retain the best clinical team possible. Secondly, if you think about the traditional experience that we've all had in healthcare from a patient point of view, people often have trepidation or anxiety, even fear as they walk into a healthcare environment. How do we flip that model on its head and use the space itself and all of the small, subtle signals to create more of a sense of peace and tranquility? All right, so now we find ourselves in the exam room. And the first thing you'll notice is it probably feels a lot like many exam rooms that you've been in before. But we have additional insulation in the walls of all of the exam rooms or any room where patient care is being given, just to minimize sound transfer. I'll kind of call your attention here to the way that we've set up the space in terms of trying to make sure that we're always promoting and facilitating relationships. And so the provider of care is going to be sitting in a way where their back is not to me as the patient. And then what I'd really end on is just most important is all the magic that happens that has nothing to do with the space itself, right? If we've created the right atmosphere, we enable patients to be more open regardless of the need, and sort of talk through and understand what their goals are and why that's important, and then how do I help them achieve that goal. We're in one of our health coaching rooms, and really what matters is what happens in these rooms. And so health coaching is a way to go a little bit deeper for individuals. Common things that we would be working on would be improved stress management, weight management, better controlling chronic conditions like diabetes. And so our providers and our dedicated health coaches work one-on-one to really deeply help understand individuals' goals, what barriers might be in the way, and then use proven techniques to help them make progress and ultimately achieve those goals. Thought we could talk about both our lab and medication services that we provide on site. They're both really convenient, great options to help drive engagement for our members. Overall, for the lab testing, we have a bunch of on-site point of care tests, as well as the ability to draw samples. You'll also notice we have refrigeration on site for immunizations, vaccines. Also on site, we have medications that we carry, usually over 100. It's a great convenient way before the patient leaves. They can just get their script and walk out with the medications. So that brings us almost back to the beginning. At checkout, Erin's going to welcome you with a smile the same way Natalie did when you arrived. And we can arrange and make sure everything goes according to plan. So if you had medications or lab testing, that you understand what to expect next. And if you need a referral, we'll make sure that you understand how our team can help you get to the best provider at the lowest cost to make sure that your needs are most effectively met. We've seen one health center today, and as we mentioned, we operate hundreds of different shapes and sizes. And we have some that have dedicated physical therapy space as an example, or occupational health space where we're doing hearing conservation assessments and cardiac stress testing as an example. But the constant across all of our physical locations and even our virtual care operations are anchored in the quadruple aim. The four core pillars. Number one, how do we make sure that we have the best ambassadors that provide the best experience ultimately for members? Secondly, how do we provide great engagement and improved member experience? By doing that, we can drive improved health outcomes and lower cost, ultimately delivering for you. Thanks so much for joining us on this virtual tour today, and we're obviously happy to answer any follow-up questions you might have.